Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Turn Order, the Seventh Eon, episode 10. Welcome back. As the crew and Ignia specifically has bartered her way to getting some cheaper sun gliders.
Hey, I mean, that was a good deal, okay?
I mean, it was definitely a good deal. I don't think on his end, but...
I mean, that does not matter to us.
Cold as ice.
You got what you deserved.
Okay, so where are you guys headed? What's the plan?
We're gonna head to the ruins, right?
And how are you going to do that?
With a glider.
Yeah.
To the pinnacle
Can
tower.
I glide from the ground?
We can't get in the pinnacle tower, right?
It's 24/7.
The library is on the first, I think, I forget how many floors it was. I want to say it was 5 floors. And then there's an area up above the higher portions of the pinnacle tower that were persona non grata.
Yeah, so we can't get to the top of that.
We'll just have to get there anyway.
The Temple Cerulean Sky is another option, he said, and I think he mentioned the mountain as well. It's a distraction.
We don't have time.
What's the tallest thing around here?
Pinnacle tower.
Yeah, but it's our thing.
Oh, is it right close to us, is it?
Yeah, it's the library.
Yeah, it's the library, basically.
It's, we're here, it's over here.
Yeah, I mean, the closest to where we're
Closest
around.
to you is technically the Temple of the Cerulean Sky, not by much.
Where is the Temple of the Cerulean Sky? Let me
Number
see.
7 on the
Number
Kazakh's map.
Well, then I think 7 would be good because that would be closer to the ruins, right? The ruins are east?
Along the Jade Road there, essentially.
It's actually not close.
Oh, then, well, isn't it smart to get closer?
I mean, it's not closer to us. I mean, it's a
Closer to our goal is what I mean.
Yeah.
Do you think we can get under the top of the tower?
We need to ask the right people.
How much do I... Because I'm from Llundain, how much do I know about how this works? Like,
So
if we didn't jump off a big tower, could we still do it?
I mean, didn't explain
so
it?
you don't have to be from Llundain. The actual shop owner Clyde talked to you guys about the gliders. Basically, you have to have a sort of jumping off point. The magic for the gliders can basically keep them sort of level from where they are, but you can't really
Can't get high tower.
Yeah, you'd have to get some kind of updraft or something to push you up to get higher.
Okay.
You'd have to. You need some kind of wind current of some kind to sort of get you to go higher.
Well, once we're out of the city, I can, get some wind for us.
Can you do that here?
Well, not in the city, because
So why did we get one for Ignia? Can't you just turn into an air elemental and fly?
That's a good bloody point.
That's a very good question. Can you just turn into a bird?
Well, I don't know if I have like limits until how I can use just like how's it called, druids do.
It's you should check your information to see.
Sucks that I don't have that on this PC.
Well,
I'll check it
I
for
think
you.
we've got it pinned in our turn order channel, right? Don't I? No.
I don't
Maybe.
think so.
Yeah, I don't have it pinned.
I'm getting there. RP, touch a class. The more.
Where the fuck did I put it?
Shapeshift. You can stay in this form for a number of hours equal to your morph level rounded down.
Okay, so yeah, that would not be possible. Because, I mean, I don't know, and considering the speed we have to go But I got a glider anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I
you got
just
one
thought-
anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could have been a
Probably get a while.
really
But
fast
then
bard
again,
for 10 hours.
the only thing, well, no, I should be able to turn back into, or get my points back if I don't lose HP, so it wouldn't matter.
Anyway,
Anyways,
Let's-
I just want to
let's
have a
just
glider.
go.
Just want to glide.
Right, let's get up to something tall.
tallish doesn't have to be very tall. I can get us up higher with a nice breeze once we're outside of the city.
Yeah, is there anything tallish?
I mean, this is a city of towers, so there's lots of towers. You asked me for the tallest ones, which are in your...
No, I just asked what the tallest around was, like near us, I meant.
Yeah,
Can
I
we
mean,
just?
there's lots of towers. The closer you get to the northern section of the city, this is where like sort of hills and mountains sort of start, like in this area up here. And so that's where the elevation increases. Look at it like this: the elevation goes up this in this sort of northern area. So the towers are kind of naturally higher. Closer you are to the center of the city, the harder it's going to be not to crash into something, though.
Was there wasn't any roof to that other tower we were in where we found the heads, right?
Of course there's a tower. Of course there's a roof.
But not like a roof that we could get to, right? It was just
You'd have to
the stairs
climb
went
on.
up to-
Yeah, you'd have to climb up there.
there must be somewhere nearby we can just get on top, like a little bit of height.
There's lots of places you can do that. But again, you have to navigate through the city.
No, yeah, but like they're people's houses. All right, let's try the temple. They're probably open. Religion never shuts. They always need money. Worshippers.
Right, let's head there then.
All right,
Okay.
you go.
So-
If they ask, we just want to be closer to the cerulean sky. So we're going up high.
Every time when I
Like-
hear the name, I just think about Cerulean City and Pokemon.
Come on, then.
All right.
It's just...
So, time-wise, it's about 4:30 a.m. And you guys head to the Temple of the Cerulean Sky. Outside the temple, which is pretty big, it's one of the... it's in an area that has sort of larger kind of towers and whatnot. It's one of the few buildings in the city that aren't specifically made to follow the same kind of theme with the sort of the sort of like ancient Thailand kind of look with the stone towers and whatnot. The Temple of the Cerulean Sky is shaped quite a bit differently. It's much more rectangular. It has towers to it, and you can see that it's got sort of 3 bell towers. There's 2 in the front of the building and 1 towards the back. The one in the back is a sort of larger bell tower, and when you get closer to the building, you can see that it's painted sort of white with blue accents, like very bright blue accents, and the magical torches that are around the tower have a blue glow to them. It's a very aesthetically pleasing building, for sure. Looks like some fine stonework was done to this building. And there are a few people that are sort of milling about outside. There's a few homeless people as well that have kind of taken up residence sort of around the temple in general. People that have just kind of gotten themselves a few scraps of clothing or whatever, maybe some canvas to just kind of wrap themselves in for the night. Have kind of taken up residence around. And there are sort of large blue doors that block the normally open lobbies that a lot of the buildings here have. These big, large blue doors that are even bigger than drab. They look like they're maybe 12 feet tall or so. And there's nobody else outside. Just looks like a few stray.
Does it look to be any way up to the top from the outside?
Give me a perception check.
Hey, Kelvin, does it look to be any way up to the top from the outside?
Excuse me.
Oh, the one thing that I can't roll well on, I'll have somebody else do.
15.
Okay. No. There doesn't appear to be anything.
Hey, Kelvin, does there seem to be anywhere?
Can't we go in and ask if we could use that?
Temples give me the willies.
I could ask. Maybe.
Do you want me
mean-
to ask? And I just.
Don't think they appreciate that kind of
It's a
asking.
temple.
Tickles right out of my mouth, Drab. Probably best that
I'm a monk.
you are Belmorn. Take the lead on this one. You don't want to offend anyone's religious sensibilities.
Because these are probably decent people.
You ever met a priest?
I have.
Why don't I try talking to them?
It's a good idea.
Yep. Guess my vote.
So Belmorn walks forward to the blue doors.
I'll go behind him.
Checks they have a sort of one of those like ring door handles. You know, they just look like a
Wait,
sort
I've
of a
seen that
circle.
one.
Yeah. Just kind of like pulls it and like opens up this huge door. Slides it open. Inside, sort of light, different colored blues emanate from inside the temple, and it appears sort of quiet and whatnot. Ori, there are a few people sort of seated. It's not like a church. There's not like pews or anything like that. What there are there's various shrines that seem to be ensconced in the wall all along the perimeter of the temple. And around the various shrines, there appear to be some chairs that are kind of set up that look like they're sort of white chairs with fancy cushions and pads, and they look expensive. They're sort of sat all around the different shrines, which each shrine seems to have a different figure. It looks like various busts of different people that you probably don't recognize, ensconced in these alcoves. And Belmorn's kind of looking around, and he says, I think maybe that's some sort of holy person there, the one with the robes.
Do you know what
Are you
kind
sure?
of religion this is?
Robes are all the fashion I hear. I roll my eyes.
Oh, so you guys are following in with Belmorn and Ori?
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I guess just Kelvin.
I'm following.
Oh god, if everyone's going, I'll go.
Please just behave.
I'm gonna
when
say
you're
something
here.
stupid, guys. This is dumb.
Then don't say anything at all. If you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say it.
Trying to stay outside and keep pulling me back in.
Ooh, something's getting into her bits.
So Belmorn says, just stay quiet. Let me handle this. He walks forward towards this holy person who is wearing, I'd say, like a very deep blues, with a sort of hood to it that's put over this person's head. It looks like a woman, very slight in physique and stature, very thin, and a sort of gaunt face pokes out from the hood. Very stark white skin, very pale, and she appears to be walking around to the different alcoves and whatnot, lighting some candles around the alcoves with some blue flames, and she sort of makes her way closer towards you guys. Belmorn meets her sort of halfway, and he says, "Excuse me." "Hello. Welcome to the Temple of the Cerulean Sky. I've not seen you here before."
Where?
No.
No.
What were you saying, Ori?
No, we're just new.
Yes. We were hoping, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, we were hoping. We've purchased some sun gliders, and we were looking to make a trip, and this would be the easiest launching point for us. Ah. More people that wish to use our temple. Of course, we have no problem with this. Anything we can do to help, we are glad to offer. The Temple of the Cerulean Sky is pious. We wish nothing more than to help any in need. Well, that's good then. That's exactly. Thank you. What's the best place for us to do this? The best place would be from our rear tower, the bell tower. We have set up a plank for those that wish to launch with their sun gliders from there. It juts out from the bell. Thank you. Can we head up there? Oh, I'm sorry. I believe you misunderstood. There is a requirement. A requirement? A fee, or? Of course not. We ask nothing for payment. We merely ask that you pray at one of our shrines, allowing your minds to be open to the way of the cerulean sky. Please, you can have a seat here. Belmorn just kind of like looks towards you, Ori, and he says, we are devout followers of Bahamut.
Yes, we are.
I'm afraid praying to another deity would be against our religion. I'm so sorry to hear that. Perhaps you can find another way.
Surely you can pray to Bahamut here, because where else does Bahamut fly but across the cerulean sky?
Pray in someone else's temple.
Don't think it
There's
matters
we
whether
just-
you
to
pray
that
to
god.
Bahamut.
Can we just go up to the top and jump off? No bother. Just real quick.
I'm sorry. That is not allowed.
Please, this is
not
a
allowed.
matter of safety for everyone in the city. We are doing this for a good cause.
She kind of
'Cause-
rests a hand on your shoulder, and she says, I'm sure you are, my child, but we all have our rules and our requirements. This is our requirement. To use our temple in such a way would be disrespectful. Surely you understand.
So you think your gods would rather have people in this city be hurt than to let us use your temple for good?
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage, please, Ori.
Blah. Persuasion. None.
A +1?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but the temple can only be used for those that share in its beliefs. Surely you understand?
That
what
is a
are those
very
beliefs?
narrow-minded view.
Can
What
I
are those beliefs
Miss?
exactly?
Can I whisper to Belmorn? Can you just pretend or something?
He looks at you with a fucking furrowed brow like, what?
Are you out of your mind, brother?
Pretend.
I mean,
You mean lie?
we might.
So we can bloody go and save the town.
There's plenty of
I
towers
think-
here. We don't have to use this one.
Exactly. I think we should
We
just
don't have
find another
time to go and find another tower.
It's
one.
fine.
We can
We'll just,
use the library.
What if there was a general monk lady? What are they called?
Why do we care about simple things as people's feelings when we are trying to save their lives?
Maybe there's a generous donation we could make to the cause.
Do you say this to this holy person?
Yes. Was she a priestess or something?
She hasn't really
Okay.
given herself a title or anything, or said any title or a name.
Because she rude.
Cause she rude.
she's the cleaner. She's just fucking with us.
So, give me a persuasion check with disadvantage, please. Drab.
Disadvantage. 17.
Oof. She looks towards you and she says, what kind of help were you looking to give the church? The temple?
Money.
She says, we have no need for money.
What is this fake church?
What is this fake ass church?
It's a lie. You can tell when churches are real if they want money. It's just like the old lady.
Maybe you could use that money to feed some of these poor homeless buggers.
Yeah, it might be a good idea. They need food, and should be very appreciative. You know, piety and all that, and
The temple.
the
of
sky
the,
does give it.
the cerulean sky gives us all that we need.
I mean, it doesn't give you food.
And see it raining turkeys and shit stuff.
She says, a bounty is provided for us.
Kelvin,
Right.
I don't trust this church. They don't want money.
We just go inside the city and I'll gust us up into the air.
I want to battle Misty to solve this shit. Sorry.
Just get on any building and jump, or up on a hill and jump. We'll be fine.
We'll be going. Can I have a look around? She's pretty creepy. Is the rest of the temple creepy? Are there normal people here that aren't? Yes, just pray to our God and you'll get whatever you want.
Give me a perception check.
14. I still got
Okay.
disadvantage.
So, you're taking a look around just at the general patrons and whatnot. There's a few people that are seated around, but from what you can tell, this appears to be the only sort of person investments that appears to be walking around.
Can't we
There's
just...
only a few patrons. I mean, it's 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's probably like 2 other people.
I'm not getting a culty vibe. I'm just getting a church vibe.
I mean,
Technically the
what
same.
you're looking around. I mean, I'm only able to tell you what you see.
Yeah. But that's what I get from that 14. Just a general church vibe.
There's 2 other patrons in here, and there's no other person wearing vestments. The place looks like a temple. I mean, there's sort of different religious artifacts and things around.
Right.
Right.
Well, thanks for your time, madam.
We don't have time to go look for
Come on,
something.
Ori.
This is
Come on, Ori.
important.
Are you kicking?
Can't just take
Can't
no
see
for
you,
an answer.
remember, Peachy. You need to describe what you're doing.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I forget. I'm an idiot. I work in a visual medium. Okay. I was picking you up by your what's that
I'm
called?
gonna start
Scruff?
like
Your
Yeah,
scruff.
I guess.
my scruff. Then I'm gonna start fighting you with my non-scruff
Okay,
limbs.
give me an acrobatics check, Ori, and an athletics check, Drab.
Acrobatics?
Yes.
Oh, damn it!
So you're trying to wiggle around and like a fish out of water, and Drab just kind of grabbed you by like the back of your shirt.
Come on, Ori.
Belmorn walks over and says, "Thank you for your time. Sorry to disturb you."
Just put me down, Drab.
Yeah, Ori, I don't think this is proper. The way that someone should act in a temple. All right.
Put me down.
I'll put it down.
Okay.
I'm gonna look angrily at you.
Adorable. Let's
Right,
go.
Let's just take a look around, see if we can see a quick platform to use. Stairs up the side of a building or something, and we'll go from there. Once we're outside the city, I can get us up as high as you like.
Okay. Do you guys all just follow Kelvin now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we just want
Alright.
want someone up.
We're just out. We're near the edge of the city here, anyway. So.
Yep.
How much gold does it cost to go up?
Go. Give me. Everybody can give me a perception check. Okie dokie. Let's see, Belmorn. Okay, so Drab, Ignia, and Belmorn, you guys can all spot that there is there's a few like multi-story buildings over here. They're basically like they look like kind of like I guess kind of the equivalent of other shops that have multiple stories to them. There's one that has a sort of staircase leading up towards the back, 2 buildings down. This large building here kind of has a staircase that kind of winds around one of the towers. Gets you to like the 2nd floor of the tower, but it again it's elevated a little bit. Could give you a bit of a jumping off point.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never used one of these things before.
All instructions are pretty clear. Jump.
Yeah. Pretty
Make
simple.
sure your wings are out, though.
Oh, bugger.
Should be the lever here. Should just.
Yep, you pull it
And
off,
then-
and the latches like clack clack, like the wings just kind of go snap.
Make sure it's locked in. There we go. And then jump when we're ready.
Jump.
Or
Right.
step, if you prefer.
Not really one for half measures, Kelvin. I gotta close my eyes and jump.
Okie doke. Drab immediately jumps off, and
Falls
as,
to the ground.
as you do, you just kind of the glider starts like angle like downwards, and basically the instructions that you were given were to get your first burst of speed, almost like a roller coaster, where you need to kind of angle the glider down, and then you angle yourself back up, and you activate the gem as you're climbing up again. So Drab immediately starts like flying like towards the ground. The ground starts like flying at you like really close.
Tell up, Drab! Tell up! You said jump!
In the Bahamut.
Bloody 3-step program here.
Drab, give me a dexterity.
I would like to be an inch. My feet are an inch off the floor.
Give me an acrobatics check, please.
I want that proficiency in flying. That would be good. Acrobatics, did you say?
Yeah, if anybody has a proficiency in vehicles, then you get a bonus. Okay, so at the last second, you just kind of like, you just like lean your head back, like you pull your head up, and it's not that hard. Like you basically just kind of have to tilt your head upwards, and the wings just kind of like put themselves on a bit of an incline, like the flaps basically, like an airplane, and you guys see Drab just kind of sail back upwards. Drab, turn on the gem.
Turn on the gem.
Yeah, you slap the gem like it's one of those like push button light things, and it just like, and you just kind of see this. I'd say probably like a yellow glow, just kind of light up from your back, and you can feel like the sun glider just kind of like wiggle like a little bit, like as something gets kind of, you feel this warm sort of air about you as the glider just kind of takes a second to settle, and then just kind of like evens out as you still like, you're increasing in altitude a little bit, and you get like a little bit higher than when you from where you jumped off from, and you start to like level out, and you guys can see Drab like starting to glide.
Kelvin, I'm bloody flying!
Is he going the right way?
Am I going the right way?
Approximately. Right, who's next? Belly, let's get the big ones out of the way.
And probably for one of the first times, you see Belmorn like looking a bit flustered. Maybe I should.
It's in your blood.
Maybe I should just make sure that everyone else is okay.
I pull his lever from so his wings pop out. There you go. That's step 1. 3 more steps. Jump. Tilt.
So I'm thinking. I'm thinking.
Like your grandfathers before you. They were dragons, right?
Like Bahamut himself, you're gonna sort through this.
Not really grandfathers. Maybe great grandfathers. It's they're distant.
I give him a little push over the ear.
Oh, be careful. Like Bahamut, Belmorn. Remember, like Bahamut, as he flew over the skies of heaven. I'm like citing some sort of. No.
So Belmorn kind of, and he just kind of, he doesn't go anywhere near as close to the ground as Trav did. Like he totally starts to like pull up like halfway between like where he was at the ground. So he's a good like 5 feet at least before he's close to the ground before he starts to pull up. Oh! And you just hear him yelling the whole time.
The jam.
Click. Starts flying away.
Hey.
My turn.
On you, Ignite.
Okay.
And I just wing it. Get it?
Ah! So Ignia launches off from the balcony as well. And who's next?
Right, no worry.
I'm looking at Kelvin. Shouldn't you go?
No, I want to make sure that I can shout instructions in case you panic.
Well, are you sure you're going to jump at all?
I'll jump.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay. Well, can't be that bad, right?
Can't be that bad. Well, if Belmont can manage it, then I think you can manage it.
Yeah. I'm gonna like pat Dark a bit and make sure he's sitting tight so he can't fall out.
Okay.
Well, prepare yourself. I guess we're going.
Have fun.
Yeah, you too. Alright. And then I'm gonna hesitantly jump. How does
Okay.
it go?
So, you take a step off the landing and give me an acrobatics check.
Oh. Well, I'm owning the skies.
So Ori does this like crazy corkscrew off of the balcony, spinning the wings, and she gets like a lot of speed going down. Ori just narrowly misses the ground and just takes this giant leap back upwards, pulling back with her head. Flying up and up and up, Ori. You hit the gem on your back. You feel this warm air flow over you. You start to stabilize, flying outwards from the building, following the rest. Kelvin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, Kelvin. You can do it. Just reverse mine and just like Drab said. Oh, set my wings out and I step off.
Acrobatics check, please.
Oh.
You start to fly downwards. The ground is getting like really close. You're trying to like lean backwards, but you're not getting the angle quite right. And the ground's getting like really, really close. And then you realize that you're sort of like not pulling up. And you make a really hard landing on the ground. Probably feet first. Give me a Constitution saving throw. You land like hard on your feet.
No.
Yeah.
Road rash.
You're just like standing on the ground right now.
Hey, Belmont, this is pretty easy, isn't it?
I thought it would have been way harder.
Yeah, it's just natural, you know?
Did we get everybody? Is everybody here?
I'd fold my wings and really quickly run up to the top of the platform again. Like, pretend I'm just looking out.
Oh, you haven't jumped yet, Belmont.
Everybody okay? I'm about to jump.
Everybody else is on their way. You're way behind. I mean, these things are pretty fast. They move about 20 miles an hour, which is very fast in the air, I think, for people.
Can I do barrels? Can I do that?
Absolutely. With a 27 acrobatics, you're doing all the barrel
Oh my
rolls.
god, I'm like like a bird in the sky. I'm like twirling and shit.
Ori, this
Yeah.
is the freest that you have ever felt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Feels good, man.
Unfold my wings, walk to the edge. Come on, Kelvin. This time I jump out as far as I can.
Okay. Give me an acrobatics check. Okay. I
And I
think
throw my head back like, yeah.
your beard like glistens in the air. But I feel like there's a moment of panic because like the ground is getting really close again, and you're probably like freaking out and wiggling yourself all around, and then like totally by accident, you just like lean your head back the right way, and and you start to like get the incline going again.
Boom. A jam.
Okay.
Oh.
Feel this like warm air sensation. Look down, check to see if you pissed yourself. You're good.
Ah. Oh.
And you guys are
Good.
off.
Nice. I'm actually really happy that we got to buy the gliders because it seems like a fun way to get around later on as well.
Almost like I had it planned.
Almost like you had it planned.
Okay.
But can I like? Am I catching up to them, or am I like a little bit behind? Or
Everybody was spaced out a little bit. I mean, you're kind of doing tricks and stuff. Like you
Yeah.
you've sort of been able to pick up on this really quickly.
Yeah, you're like folding and then unfolding your wings, like whoosh, to do twirls and stuff. Whereas I'm like just
sure,
holding
why
on
not?
tight to my harness, like ah. Once we get outside to the city,
Yep.
like well outside, I'm gonna start ritual casting.
Ritual casting, okay.
While you're
Okay, you do
gliding?
that while flying?
You're gonna ritual
It's-
cast while
It's
gliding?
on like a harness, right?
Yeah, it is. You still have to pilot it though.
Is it head piloted? Like it goes where I look, like eye tracking technology.
I mean, there's some difficulty to it. You have to kind of control the wings a bit, and you have to.
try.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'll try the ritual casting. I'll start off with that and see if I can keep myself in a straight line. And if I fail, like straight up, then I'll I'll just hold on and I'll do my normal
Okay.
alchemical magic.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. So you guys are going to kind of fly about while Kelvin tries to cast his spell. Kelvin, I think you're definitely going to have to make a Constitution saving throw. You got to make a concentration check here.
Yeah. A 12.
Okay. So, there's a lot going on with this wind, and it's very hard for you to sort of maintain concentration, but you do. And what does the ritual look like when you're trying to cast the wind, the gust? It was gust, right?
Yeah, a gust of wind.
Yeah, gust of wind.
Yeah, second
Got
level
like a tray
evocation
of
spell.
test tubes, and you're like,
I've probably just like reached into my bag and taken out. Looks just like a little empty bottle, and I hold that in my hand, and I mutter to myself and wave my hand over it and make symbols in the air, and then I just breathe out and a gust of wind catches me.
Okay, so this gust of wind blows out. Your altitude just kind of sails up and up. You can see your friends kind of down below because your gust of wind kind of is centered on you. So you sort of gone up maybe 25 feet higher, something like that.
Yeah, so I'll use the extra height I got, and I'll lean forward to dip me down to gain speed to catch up. Then I'll balance back out, so I've caught up with the people ahead a little bit.
Okay. Let's do this. Okay. So, you guys are sailing up above the treetops and whatnot, seeing the jungle and various hills and mountains below you, flying with your sun gliders up above. you guys can hear this sound of Kelvin just kind of yelling like up above you. Is that Kelvin?
I think so.
Seems
No,
so.
Drab, don't turn your head. Yeah, Drab just kind of like looking around, and you just kind of start to list to the left, you know, like
It's like bumping a little bit.
I want to go upside down so I can see up and see like if it's Kelvin.
Sure, Ori's got this shit like totally mastered already. She does like a little turnaround. She's probably like underneath Drab and Belmorn, like looking up between them. Ignia a bit behind, and Ignia is also flying like pretty impressively. Like Ignia, you've sort of taken to this rather quickly. Maybe your time as an air elemental has kind of let you find the right currents or whatnot floating in the air or what, but you're able to sort of pick up on this rather quickly. So Ori, you turn yourself. You can see Kelvin like much higher than you guys up into the air.
Does he look fine? I mean, he's just screaming, isn't it?
I mean, he's still Kelvin.
Hello.
Hi. He's fine. Just being Kelvin.
Wait,
Kelvin, were you gonna do something to make us go higher? I see a lot of trees up ahead.
Oh, right. I need to get below you for that. And I like tilt and turn. I do like a slow spiral down so I can kind of come down underneath them.
Sure. Give me an acrobatics check.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
I want to do like a minor illusion cantrip and have like sparks so I look kind of like a falling star.
On
Nice.
Kelvin?
No, myself.
Oh, okay. So you've got particle effects.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
15.
Okay. Yeah, so it's real sloppy, Kelvin, but you managed to kind of like angle yourself back down. There's a lot of like course adjustment and whatnot that you're kind of having to make.
Yeah.
Your like legs start wiggling around and stuff. Like you're trying to, you know, like if you ever watched like somebody older than yourself trying to play like a racing game or something, they tilt their whole body. You know, it's instead of the like in the controller, like that's gonna do anything. You're definitely one of those people flying this contraption for sure. And
once I get below them, right. So this should get you quite high. I'd take a little bag of herbs. No, lying in there. I'm just gonna straight up cast it just to be safe and since we come against some tall trees. So I take out a little ball and I pop the lid and I wave my hand over and mutter a few words and I cast Gust of Wind again.
Yeah, and as you sort of blow your breath, there's like a half a second delay as the wind just kind of increases. This large gust flies. How are you angling yourself? Like, I mean, are you angling yourself towards the ground?
Myself? No, for now I'm trying to catch everyone else in it to push them up. So I'm probably slowed down a bit. I'm tilted back so I can face up and see them.
Okay.
So I'm trying to catch underneath their gliders to get everyone else up first, and then I'll get myself sorted.
So everybody just kind of gets thrown upwards towards the sky. Kelvin, you feel the gust of wind come from behind you. Give me another acrobatics check as the wind sort of comes from behind you. Buffeting you and your wings behind, you're kind of not really able to right yourself easily. You get turned around. Your wings just kind of start to get thrown all about. You start to like spin around out of control.
I grab the lever and pull my wings back in to stop me from spiraling so much, and then I open them again to try and level me out and slow me down.
Okay, give me another acrobatics check. This is definitely some acrobatic maneuvers. Oh no! Oh no! Oh,
Can I see
no.
that this is happening?
Give me a Well, what's your passive perception?
Oh, my passive perception is 10. But I did look at him before. I was like making
As a monk,
sure.
you have a 10 passive perception. Yeah.
What's your wisdom modifier? You got a 3 wisdom modifier. That's not right.
Yeah, my passive messed up as well. I just
Yeah, so you should have a 13.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why that's not correct. Hold on.
It's weird.
Me neither.
I fixed it by going to perception in the cog part and changing it from normal to expertise and then back again, and that seemed to fix it.
Yeah, everybody try to do that. Set expertise for perception, the perception skill, and then turn it back.
So how did I do that again?
Under the gear, the cog.
Oh,
There we go.
Okay.
That fixed it.
oh, thank you.
No
Well,
problem.
that's a difference.
Let's fix Belmorn's too. Okay.
I mean, mine a guess. Oh wait.
I
so
noticed
confused
for
now.
3 more points.
So, because everything except for stealth, I get a plus, and insight, I get a plus.
You shouldn't be changing any of those numbers, Mac.
Oh,
You shouldn't be changing any of them. Those should all be normal. The only thing you're changing is the thing that the pull down menu that says normal. Just change that for perception to expertise and then change it back again.
but why don't I see that?
Because you're blind. I'll do it.
That doesn't read true.
Yeah, you shouldn't have any pluses here on the skill options. That should just be 0.
Okay.
Unless you're getting some from magic items. Some of the
Yeah.
magic items games.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Oh, you have
Did you
magic
turn it-
items that give
Yeah.
you plus. Okay, yeah, and then you can
Stealth
change
and a
those.
thing that I got.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, fuck. Which one were they? Stealth and insight, I believe.
Okay, so Ori, you can in fact see Kelvin. He's trying to correct like this horrible spin that he's been put under. He's pulled
Just
his wings.
flapping the wings.
He's pulled his wings closed, and he's trying to grab the handle of the device of the sun glider, and he's now plummeting towards the ground. You can see him trying to fiddle with it,
Oh, God.
and his wings don't seem to be opening up.
Okay, can I want to dive to him.
Okay, you sort of tilt yourself down towards Kelvin. How are you doing it? Explain it.
So I want to like, you know, what birds do when they want to like dive, they pull their wings back and
yeah.
they like.
So are you pulling
sit
your
down?
are you pulling your lever basically that's compacting your wings?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna, as I'm coming closer, I'm gonna like try to open them again, and I'm gonna try to grab onto Calvin.
Okay. We'll find out what happens right after the break. We'll be right back, everybody. Stay tuned.
Bruh.
5 minutes. We'll stay tuned for some more Turn Order to the Seventh Eon. Let's find out what happens, everybody. Stay tuned.